Hello, my name is Nikki and I'm a traveling yogi here in the northern jungle of Bali, Indonesia. I'm here at Eat Community surrounded by wonderful nature. We have a river flowing in the background, tons of insects. It's a wonderful place to be here doing yoga with you. Today, we are going to do 5 poses to stimulate and activate your sacral chakra, which is 3 fingers below your navel, and it represents and is associated with the color orange. So imagine a bright orange light flowing through you as we stimulate the creative and sexual energies throughout your body. So let's get to it. Pose number 1, we're going to be standing here, bringing our knee up into our chest and then bringing it out to the side. So we're just activating our hips here. A lot of this sequence is going to be opening up your hips to let that energy flow through. So here we are, opening out to the side. Your left hand can come out long as your right knee is out. And we'll come back to center to do the other side. Left knee comes up 90 degrees, pulling it out to the left side, right arm goes long. Good. Awesome. And come through center, back down. You can do this a couple times, a couple rounds, or you can just hold for however long you want. Then we'll counter it. So we'll bring our right knee back up, bring it over to the left side, and then right arm goes long. Come back through center. Other leg, 90-degree angle, over to the other side. Good. Again, you can hold for as long as you want. You can always reset if you need to and come back into it, or you can do a few different rounds. Amazing work. That's pose number 1. Pose number 2, we're going to do a low lunge. To get into this, we're going to start at the top of our mat, step back with your left foot, and then pop your knee down. Good. We'll just press into our right thigh for our low lunge here. Amazing. To switch this out, we can press our hands into the mat, bring your knee back to a neutral tabletop, and then bring your left foot out in front and press into your thigh here. Amazing. Low lunge. Again, we're stimulating our lower abdomen here for our sacral chakra. And we'll press back so we can come into pose number 3, lizard pose. From your low lunge, we're going to bring both of our hands on the inside of our foot and walk your foot out a little bit to the edge of the mat, and then press your knee out to the side. You can even come to the knife edge of your foot to get an even deeper stretch in your hip here. If you want, you can even press into your back toes and pop your knee up. Whatever works for you. If you want to be active here, you can keep your knee off the ground, or you can drop your knee down. And then you can play around here, shaking your hips forward and back, side to side, whatever works. And we'll come back to our neutral tabletop to do the other side. Low lunge, and then both hands come on the inside of your foot, walking your foot out to the side, and then pressing into your knee. You'll really feel this in your hip. That's why it's really good to activate your sacral chakra. When you're ready, we'll come back to our neutral position to come into pose number 4, which is pigeon pose. So again, actually from lizard pose or your low lunge, we're just gonna walk our right foot over to our left wrist and then place your knee by your right wrist as well. So your legs should be parallel to the front of the mat. The more parallel it is, the more of a stretch you'll get. So if it's too intense, you can kind of bring your foot closer in towards your pelvis. So you can play around here with your foot. You can also play around if you want to stay active, or if you want to sink down to your forearms and come into sleeping pigeon. This is a really nice position to hold. If you want to stay here for 3 minutes or so, you can do that. Otherwise, we'll come back, pressing into our neutral tabletop and switching this out. Left foot coming into our lizard, and then walking our toes over to our right wrist and our knees by our left wrist. Again, a really good pose for your hips. Just taking note here how you feel on this side compared to the other side. Just being aware. And when you're ready, we'll come back to our neutral position to get ready for our final pose, pose number 5. It's going to be frog pose. So for extra padding, you can fold in your mat together. Take the edges of your mat and bring them to the center. And then bring your knees as wide as feels comfortable to you, with your feet parallel to your knee. And then you can bring the insides of your feet down to the ground. So opening up wide here. You can stay here. This is a pretty intense hip stretch here. If you want, you can walk your hands out in front of you and see how far you can go. And then you can see if you want to bring your forearms down to the ground. And maybe even your forehead, whatever works for you here. Just taking a nice big breath in. This is a really big hip stretch, so just being gentle with yourself here. This is used a lot in yin because it's really good to stay here for a few minutes. So if you want to be reading, watching TV, meditating, whatever you want to do here, it's really good to stay for a couple minutes. For our time's sake, we're going to pop back up and come to our neutral seat here, nice easy seat. Those are the 5 poses for a sacral chakra activation. So hopefully you're feeling your hips open, you're feeling energy flowing freely through there. If you want to now do those 5 poses in a yoga flow, I have a video for you that you can do a 20-minute flow, and it's linked below using those 5 poses. So you're all ready to go. Check out that video. And if you want to see more of the beautiful space that I'm in, I also have a travel vlog linked below that you can check out as well. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy flowing, and I'm so happy to guide you. I hope to see you on more videos soon. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and comment so I know your feedback and can make more content directly for you. Thank you so much. Namaste.